What was your first entrepreneurial job?
I mean, again, I don't advocate it, and but it is what it is. But it was crack. I sold crack.
Did you ever get beyond the street level? Did you ever try to make it bigger than what it was?
Yeah, but that's at that point you can't really be talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So having more money than people older than me made it where, it made me kind of arrogant because they didn't have anything that I felt I didn't have, and I just felt they were living a square life. So I definitely think it gave me a certain mentality. You know what I mean? And then also the concept of taking your money and reinvesting it, and then also having to pay people to help you sell it, and understanding that you always have to have a team and that you have to lead by example. But the difference about crack is that there's violence involved. If somebody doesn't pay you, even at that level, you got to put your hands on them, or else you can't really do that game anymore. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's always watching. So there's also different stakes, and there's also different repercussions of disrespect. And the only reason why is because of the survival aspect of it, not for the glorification of it. So like in order to be to survive at that street level, it involved having to be violent at times. You know what I mean?
What do you think was the craziest thing that you went through during that time in your life?
I couldn't even begin to tell you, man. Every day was crazy compared to what I go through now. But again, I was young and my brain wasn't completely developed, and I wasn't so into my future as I am now. And I also wasn't so into like leading by example. I didn't have kids at the time. I was just a child, you know what I mean? So it was like a child that had a lot would look like would be like to his age peer would look very evolved, but amongst a bunch of adults would probably appear very young. So that's how it always was. So I always had more money than everybody my age. So I always had to be around people that had what I had, but I think I was always a little immature because I was young for what I had.
So at what point did you start moving into the music game?
You saw Paid in Full. And that was a very personal experience for me, and that scared me, that experience, because, I saw it. And I saw a kid die that had nothing to do with what was going on. And it made me think that the game was disgusting and unfair, and I didn't want any parts of it, but I didn't want to have a 9-to-5 job. So I was trying to figure out how to live like a hustler, but not really be doing anything illegal. And I had went to a party with my cousin Darian, and he, it was an industry party, and everyone was really pretending to be hustlers, but none of them really were hustling. And I was like, oh, I could do this all day. And I felt like this would be a good place to be able to kind of, make money and not feel like I was a 9-to-5 square, and also use it as a platform to do other things. Like, I never just wanted to do one thing. I wanted to do everything, which is what I've been doing. I like to live. I've never been worried about money or security because I've always had the ability to earn, I've always been worried about not living, which is probably why I do so much of it. Like, there's an insecurity there for some reason where I feel like I must need to be great at everything because I can't just stop at one thing. I'm having too much fun doing it. It's not even a competitive thing. My life has been, like, my crew, like, I came up in an environment where, like when everyone was being scary and acting up, like, I had a crew called The Best Out, and all we did was laugh and make money and spend it. Like, we just didn't want to, our concerns weren't the same as everyone else's, I guess because we had so much at such a young age. And we felt adult problems were funny. They were ridiculous to us. And we just used to just get together, and it was like a bunch of like-minded people from different blocks. Like my man Rel, and my man Kurt, and my man Claudie B, and my man Hound. We were all from different blocks, but we all kind of thought alike. We were like that person on that block. Like the funny hustler, cool guy that wasn't about fighting, that had the respect of everybody scary because we were surviving, honestly, and respected everybody, but we just liked to have fun. And it was really because we were so young. Like to have 10,000 in your pocket at 15 is to a 15-year-old with no bills and nothing and, used to having to ask to go outside and get candy, that's $1 million. And it gives you a mental freedom and an independence and a power that is just, it burns you out fast. And I think that's why Harlem cats are that way, because we made money early. You know what I'm saying? And it just burns, like once you're an adult, you can't go back to being a kid. So I guess I felt like I've been an adult since, I've been buying my own. I don't think my what the question that I never thought just now? My parents haven't bought me clothes since I was about 14. I haven't had nobody buy me nothing. Let's say that. No one's taken care of me since I was 14 years old. And I didn't want nobody taking care of me because they couldn't. What they was trying to buy me, I wasn't trying to wear.